Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm not going to take up much of your time today. It's going to be a nice short video, and I'll tell you why. Because there's good risk to reward where we're at right now. In the form of a long position, you would think about taking a position around here. We were doing the live stream last night. We do every Wednesday. We're doing another one on Sunday if you want to join for that. Links in the description for the Patreon. But what we were looking at was, right, so we had the bottom of the range, and we came up to the top of the range, we poked our head above, we got a death cross retest, now we're back down to the bottom of the range. Now we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now, 6 candles and wicks have held this horizontal support. And the horizontal support is basically the range that we were in from these lows, bang. So it's done reasonably well for itself. Now the more times you do push a resistance or a support, the more likely it is to break, I know that. You know that. But at the moment, we've built some bullish divergence. We kind of build a higher low as well on a second occasion. It's not actual bull div on this one, but it's similar. It's staggered momentum. So we'll take it. So what we're looking for now is a ranged bound move from this bottom of the range, as we saw before, to the top of the range, back up to 112,000. To be honest, that's about it for Bitcoin. We've also got a similar yet better setup for Ethereum, so let's have a look at that. Ethereum is on a much higher time frame, which is your 20 and your 21 exponential moving average. Now, look, you consolidate, whether it's a 5-minute or a 6 monthly chart, right? You consolidate into a 20 moving average, you're more likely to bounce on it, okay? It has to be extremely weak to break through on the first occasion. Now, I know that we've gone 1-2 bounces on this one, and we're getting rejection on the 10 exponential. So we got ascending support, descending resistance. It's basically a symmetrical triangle of sorts. We can even draw this in because it's relatively neat. We're just following the price action and the movement of that 10 exponential and then the 20 moving average here. So that's your channel that you're in, basically. Well, your triangle. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly to see how this appears. So there's your triangle, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see it matching now, can't you? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're looking to see which direction this wants to break. Now remember, the bottom of this trend line is the 20 and the 21 exponential moving average. So a decent support on a weekly. It's also a higher low structured trend as well. So you're looking for this to break one way or another, and then the break will give you continuation. Now, just like Bitcoin got rejected on the 200 exponentials up here on the 4-hourly, part of that death cross retest, that's a possibility. But for now, it does look like, to me, that we're going to make a range move up 6%, maybe even a bit more, 7 to 8%. And if you break that, to be honest with you, if you do break it, over the next couple of days, this would be a really decent move, probably leading to an attempt to go back up to the previous local high. Now, I'm not saying that is where it's going. I'm just presenting to you what it looks like to me overnight. We were getting a little optimistic towards the end of the stream last night, although it wasn't a good time to really know which way it was going to go. Sometimes you do, the problem with doing a video in the morning or a stream in the evening is that you're subject to whatever's going on at the time. So if the trend is looking particularly weak, or it's unsettled and there's not enough of any kind of, if the setups aren't complete, then it's harder to give an opinion. But it seems to have settled a little overnight, and it's a little bit better for me to give an opinion now on what I think is going to happen, which is I think we're going to move to upside today. Remember, the early bird catches the worm. You've got to get up early and look at these charts, between 6 and 7 in the morning to really get the most out of the price action. So I try to get these videos out there these days before I even get the kids ready and fed into school. So because I always find this is the most valuable time to look at the price. Again, I'm in the UK, so whatever that means for wherever you live, I don't know what time it is for you, but it's basically between 6 and 7 in the morning for me. And this is how it looks. And so I'm not here to make a bold prediction, but if I had to put my money on it, which I am very tempted to, I'll be looking for a 6% move on Ethereum, and maybe just a little less than that on Bitcoin, but perhaps maybe a 2 or 4% move on Bitcoin. And I'm also reasonably excited to find an opportunity on these wrecked city crypto stocks, Coinbase, CleanSpark, Hut 8 Mining, they're all wrecked. They're not particularly at a happy looking support on short-term timeframes, but there are supports on them, so you've got to be careful with those. So I'm looking at taking a position in these, if nothing other than for a dead cat bounce. So that is that. There's nothing much more to say. I did say it was going to be a short video. Hopefully that is short, and I'll leave it with you there. If you like what I do and you like what I say, join the Patreon or the Telegram, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.